Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something called the ferritin blood test. It's kind of a shortcut, really, to understanding your body's energy levels.
That's right. We've been digging into guidance from places like Blood Test UK.
And our aim here is simple. Explain why this one test can tell you so much about how you feel every day.
So, ferritin. What is it? It's not actually the iron itself. It's the protein that stores the iron inside your cells. Think of it like your body's iron storage tank.
A storage tank, okay.
Yeah, and measuring ferritin basically tells us how much iron you have saved up in that tank.
And why is that so crucial? I mean, why focus on the storage?
Well, the information from Blood Test UK really highlights this. Iron deficiency is super common here in the UK. It often shows up as just feeling wiped out all the time, maybe some brain fog.
That constant tiredness people complain about.
Exactly. Low ferritin is often the first sign your iron stores are running low, which can eventually lead to anemia. But sometimes high ferritin can pop up too, maybe signaling inflammation or even iron overload.
So it works both ways. Okay, so if it's that important for energy, maybe it should be more standard.
That's a good point. The big benefit, really, is catching things early, before you feel completely drained.
Right.
The experts we looked at, cited in the Blood Test UK materials, say it's often used to figure out why someone's so tired. Or maybe to keep an eye on folks with chronic conditions, like kidney disease, where iron levels get complicated.
Okay. And for people already taking iron.
Yeah, or to check if iron supplements are actually working correctly, adjusting the dose.
Yeah, got it. So let's say you need this test. How do you prepare? Is it complicated? Do you need to fast?
Preparation is usually pretty straightforward. Fasting isn't typically required, which is good news.
Okay.
But the key thing, and the Blood Test UK guide points this out, is you absolutely must tell your healthcare provider about any medicines or, importantly, any supplements you're taking.
Why is that so critical?
Because some supplements, especially iron ones, obviously, can temporarily mess with the results, give a false reading, so just be open about everything.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Well, staying hydrated always helps with any blood draw, makes the veins easier to find, but the guidance does suggest maybe laying off alcohol and loads of caffeine right before.
Why caffeine and alcohol?
They can potentially interfere a bit with how your body handles iron around the time of the test. Best to just keep it simple.
Right. Okay, so you've had the test. Now the results. This is where it gets personal, isn't it? Understanding the numbers.
Exactly. The source material gives typical ranges, like for adult men, maybe 20 to 250 nanograms per milliliter, women often 10 to 120. But you don't need to memorize those.
No, the key is just knowing if your level's low, okay, or high. Right.
Precisely. And that's the second big benefit, personalization. Knowing your number lets you tailor what you do next.
So if your storage tank is low,
then the advice isn't just eat more steak. The Blood Test UK insights mention you really need vitamin C alongside iron-rich foods like spinach or lentils. Think oranges, bell peppers.
The vitamin C helps you actually absorb the iron.
Exactly. It helps your body unlock the iron from the food and refill that ferritin tank. Without it, you might not absorb much.
Interesting. And if it's high?
High ferritin needs a closer look. It could mean your body's holding on to too much iron, maybe an overload condition, or it could just be a sign of inflammation somewhere. It definitely warrants more investigation with your doctor.
So managing these levels, keeping them in a good range, directly impacts how you feel day to day.
Absolutely. The analysis we reviewed connects healthy ferritin levels to better energy, sharper thinking, even a stronger immune response. It's quite fundamental.
And the good news, thinking locally like the source mentions, is that getting this test isn't usually a huge hassle.
No, access is generally pretty good. For example, if you're in Woking, the source notes places like Woking Community Hospital or the local medical center plus private labs offer the test.
So it's accessible. You don't need to travel miles for this insight.
Right. That local access makes proactive health management much easier for people.
Which brings us to the bigger picture, monitoring over time.
Yes, especially if you have known issues, like ongoing fatigue or a diagnosed deficiency. The experts referenced by Blood Test UK often suggest retesting maybe every 6 months or so.
Why so often?
It helps track trends and make sure any changes you've made, like diet adjustments or supplements, are actually working. It prevents a small dip from becoming a major problem down the line.
So the main takeaway for you listening is, understanding your iron storage via ferritin is pretty vital for maintaining your energy and feeling your best.
Definitely. And that Blood Test UK source really hammers home the idea of tracking changes. So here's something to think about.
Okay.
If you got a ferritin test today, and let's say it came back low, What specific measurable change would you make? Maybe adding a specific vitamin C source at breakfast or really focusing on sleep hygiene. And then how would you track that change to see if your ferritin level improves in, say, 3 or 6 months? That's where the real power of knowing your numbers lies.